Guys, big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is February 26, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. So guys, Donald is putting out a warning. 1 million federal workers who haven't responded to Doge email may be fired on the spot. Every single one of them. So 1 million Americans has been put on alert. You will be fired if you don't respond to Doge email. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. This is a big breaking news here. Just imagine 1 million being fired, all of them. All right, so it says here Donald has announced that over 1 million federal employees who failed to respond to an email from Elon Department of Gov Efficiency may face termination. This initiative is part of a broader effort to streamline Gov operations and reduce inefficiencies. Now, during his first cabinet meeting of the new term, Donald defended Elon's approach, emphasizing the need for accountability and efficiency within federal agencies. Now, he stated that non-compliance with the directive to submit weekly accomplishment reports could result in job cuts. So Elon emailed them and said, what have you guys done so far in your first week or something like that? So these federal employees need to respond what they have accomplished. And it seems like they don't want to say anything or email or nothing. So Donald is putting them on notice. 1 million. You're going to be fired, every single one of you. So it says here, Donald praised Elon's efforts, highlighting satisfaction among cabinet members despite resistance from some federal staff. Now, plans are also underway to balance the budget, with agency leaders preparing for workforce and spending reduction. Notably, significant cuts are anticipated at the EPA, and there is a proposal to transfer certain responsibilities of the Education Department to state gov. Now, additionally, discussion include potential delays on tariffs for Mexico and Canada, future tariff on the European Union, and a new gold card program for U.S. residency. All right, so we talked about the gold card yesterday. For those of you that missed the video, Donald has these $5 million gold card for any wealthy people that want to come to the U.S. With the gold card, you become citizen and all this type of goody stuff. Basically, Donald's trying to bring in a lot of rich people here. Now, it's going to be $5 million, and that money is going to go to the deficit, to the debt. So again, that's the gold card. We did talk about that yesterday, but let's see if that's gonna work. So Donald deferred comments on China-Taiwan tensions and Ukraine security, pointing to European peacekeeping involvement. In alignment with this directive, Donald administration has instructed federal agency to submit plans for large-scale staff reduction by March 13. This move aims to eliminate inefficiencies within the Gov, focusing on removing underperforming employees, closing unnecessary offices, and reducing non-essential roles. Now, agencies are also required to present longer-term reorganization plans by April 14, with implementation set for the start of the fiscal year 2026. Now, the key governmental function in national security, immigration enforcement, and similar areas are excluded from these cuts. Elon, despite facing threats and not being the official head of Doge, emphasized the urgency of reducing the federal deficit by identifying $4 billion in daily savings. That's a lot of money. So Donald highlighted the necessity of these changes to prevent fraudulent payroll claims and ensure efficiency. Now, the directive has led to widespread chaos and uncertainty among federal workers, particularly in regions with high concentration of federal employees such as California. In the past month, sweeping federal job cuts have affected a broad range of sectors from national parks to emergency management, triggering significant outcry and legal challenges. By mid-March, further reductions are expected, impacting not only in Washington, D.C., but also states like California, where federal employees comprise about 2% of the workforce. Areas with high concentration of federal workers, such as San Diego and the Central Valley, will be particularly affected. The firing have largely targeted probationary employees, with some being asked to return to work. The chaotic situation is compounded by an abrupt email directive demanding employees' weekly work reports, not compliance to which could be considered a resignation. This directive is still under contention, with less than half of the federal workforce responding to it. Now, Elon directed for federal employees to outline their weekly work achievements. That's what I mentioned. Their weekly work achievement of face termination was not enforced by the initial deadline. I mean, what is the big deal? Just say what you have done, your achievements during the weekly work. But it seems like they don't want to say anything. So Donna is putting them on notice. You're all gonna be fired. So you guys already know Donald. He's known for firing people that slack or doesn't follow orders. Despite Donald's support for Elon initiative, the Office of Personnel Management stated that the request was non-mandatory. Musk intends to issue a mandatory directive giving workers another chance to comply before facing termination. All right, so they're giving them another warning, but Donald is saying, look, I got something better. I fire all of them. So various departments, including Veterans Affairs and Commerce, urge compliance, while others like Health and Human Services and Defense advise against it, citing internal review procedures. Now, critics argue the directive might be unlawful and overreaching. Now, despite opposition, House Speaker Mike support Elon move, comparing it to private sector practices. Responses were submitted, are to be analyzed using AI. Now, you have Doge, led by Elon, has been actively involved in reshaping various federal agencies. In late January 2025, Doge gained access to large parts of the federal gov, installing surrogates and former employees of Elon companies as head at several agencies. Now, the top ranks of the human resources focus, the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, were filled by new hires who have formerly worked for either Elon or other prominent figures, while Elon allies were installed into the technology-focused General Services Administration, planning massive spending cuts. Now, Doge action abide by a three-phase plan targeting diversity, equity, and inclusion. I truly apologize. Initiative, so leading to large-scale firings. The plan includes striking DEI initiative directly, placing on leave employees from a corrupted branches of agencies, and initiating large-scale firings. Critics viewed these moves as destabilizing and potentially damaging to federal operations, suggesting the administration is prioritizing speed over careful implementation. In summary, Donald announcement regarding potential termination of federal employees who failed to respond to Doge email reflects the administration commitment to reducing gov inefficiencies. While supporters argue that these measures are necessary for fiscal responsibility, critics expressed concern over the legally and potentially destabilization of federal operation. The situation continues to evolve as agency prepare their reduction plans and legal challenges proceeds. All right, once again, Elon has send them emails, their weekly achievement, and again, seems like they're not responding. So Donald warned, the big boss, Donald warns 1 million federal workers who haven't responded to Doge email may be fired. Fired. That's big breaking news that's coming out today. I want to bring this up really quick here. So, once again, Musk and Donald federal layoffs are just getting started. At the first cabinet meeting of the new administration, Donald and Elon also hinted that more demands for federal workers to explain their jobs could be coming. All right? You got to listen to the boss. You got to listen. This is the federal law. You can't be lawlessness. You can't be defiant. We don't believe in that type of stuff here in the Sleeping Giant. It says here, federal agency are being ordered to submit plans by mid-March for laying off employees and large-scale reduction in force, an escalation in Donald's effort to reshape the federal workforce. Pursuant to the president, direction agency should focus on the maximum elimination of functions that are not statutorily mandated, while driving the highest quality, most efficient delivery of their statutorily required functions, according to the Office of Management and Budget and Office of Personnel Management's memo released on Wednesday. All right, I'm not gonna read all this, but again, you guys get the picture here. Hold on, give me a second. So while federal gov has seen a host of layoffs since Donald took office, this move takes the president's agenda a step further. Most recent dismissal focused on probationary employees, generally federal workers in their jobs for 1 or 2 years, while reduction in force could target a wider range of workers. The memo directs agency to submit these agency RIF and reorganization plans by March 30th. All right. The memo directs agency heads to collaborate with team leads from the Department of Gov agency, the group run by Elon that has led cuts across the gov within the agency for this effort. Alright, so I'm just going to skip the rest of this here, but again, you guys get the picture. Donald is sending a warning to 1 million Americans out there. Donald added Wednesday in his cabinet meeting that termination are on the table for federal employees who do not reply to Elon's next email. It's possible a lot of those people will be fired, Donald told reporters. All right. So again, all you got to do is follow orders. But it seems like there's too many defiants out there. They're not following orders. They're going to lose their jobs. So once again, this is a big breaking news here, guys, and I'm going to keep you updated on this one here. So once again, 1 million Americans put on alert. Alright, so again, I will keep it updated on this news. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you share it, subscribe, and make sure you check out the videos I posted today. The links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for your support, guys. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.